Tom, aka Gédéon, here for Star Frontiers Gamer. And, at this channel, we like to do all things Star Frontiers. And we bring Lost Star Frontiers content and products. Like we did the video on the missing Sathar Fighters Federation, fighter craft that I believe had been designed for the game and ended up in the Buck Rogers board game sold by TSR, the original real TSR. We've got to specify that these days. Well, I have a Lost Star Frontiers product, not official, not an official product, but it's kind of like it's a cousin to Star Frontiers. You see, this product was made by Wizards of the Coast prior to purchasing the original TSR. So it's a system neutral sci-fi offering that turns up in their Encounters, Arcane Encounters magazine. Now, this when I discovered it, I actually discovered it in the PDF. And so then I went on eBay and hunted one of these down. Now, what this is Wizards of the Coast had their own magazine called Arcane, the role-playing magazine that they were doing. And they seem to have halted the production of the magazine when they bought TSR. Of course, TSR had Dragon Magazine, which certainly was a bigger name and had a much wider print run, much wider customer base, I'm guessing. So it's only stands to reason that Arcane Magazine would come to a screeching halt at that point. Now, the thing is that I've carefully looked in here. I can't even find a copyright for this. Basically, it's just it says special edition on the cover. I cannot find a date anywhere in here. I can't find a copyright. They just produced it as, I guess it's just a bonus material. Maybe even stuck it in the mailing flyer with an actual magazine. So I have no idea. Now, if you happen to know more about the production date, publication date, that maybe you had a subscription to Arcane Magazine and you got this with an actual issue and you remember what issue it is, I would love to know. I mean, please drop a comment, on the video. So that's a mystery I'd like to solve because I don't know the date, but I would like to, extra detail. So now I happen to have been, for years now, I've gone to the Anna archive to grab Dragon PDFs. And I recently went there and I noticed that you could not get Dragon magazines after a certain number. And so I was like, oh, that does not bode well. So I actually began downloading all of the dragons I could get from Anna Archive. And then I went to the Wayback Machine and accessed all the ones that I could no longer get to create a file. And I will, be uploading them to Google Drive or something or other like that, just to preserve them, because it's nice to be able to go and look up a specific thing and then track down a specific article. And then I think I did the same thing for Dungeon as well, the Dungeon magazine. So while I was there, I noticed Arcane Magazine. I was, wait, this is interesting. So I grabbed all of the Arcane PDFs off of Anna Archive and this Arcane Encounters. Now, you can see on the cover, there's a space station there. So there's three encounters here. One's I've not really looked at them. I've read the Sintra Station, Sintra Space Station. So let's just jump right to 15. But like I said, if you're looking for, I think this was their attempt at doing testing the waters. Can we do a dungeon magazine, same as TSR does with their Dragon and then their Dungeon magazine? So Sintra Space Station. Now up here in the corner it says the role-playing manga Arcane. This encounter is suitable for any gaming system. Statistics have been supplied for Traveler and Star Wars. So it doesn't have Star Frontier's stats, but honestly, those are not hard to add in. Star Frontier stat blocks are actually easier, in my opinion. I could be biased, being the Star Frontiers gamer, than Traveler. And I've downloaded Star Wars materials off the web to look at. Never read them closely, so I really can't speak to the Star Wars stat blocks. But certainly, Star Frontier stats are easier to roll with. But this is a classic ring space station that is being spun for simulated gravity. Very, very Star Frontiers-y. It says down here, welcome to Sintra Space Station. This encounter was first presented in issue 8 of Arcane. Oh, well, there we go. This was published post issue 8, and I at random pulled this PDF up to show. Isn't that funny? So reach for the stars, deep space. Oh, 11-page pull-out encounter. That would be it right there. So if you're looking for a hard copy, you're going to go either looking for Arcane Role-Playing Magazine issue 8, or you will be looking for the Arcane Encounters that they put out on eBay, or any auction site really. So of course it's in PDF, so it's a little disjointed here because they were doing the 2-page layouts, and this is just done as a PDF, so it's a pain in the neck. Oh, I'm sure there's a toggle feature we can do somewhere. But there's a complete description of the docks. There's the security forces, which you would just go militia, local space militia, hand wave that. You've got the dock master, the customs officer. You then get, this is a little bit cut off, and we're going to get a little bit of a blur out because of the green screen, and I see some green color on here. Well, let me get this open. So the edge is cut off in the scanning of that PDF that's on there. So, and then you've got some nice cross-section of the station. I almost get a little bit of a Deep Space Nine feel from this. So it's very, very classic ring station, interstellar docking, observation dome, and so on. And plenty of art with this. There's a lot of color art. You've got discussions about corporations, security, inhabitants, trading and exchange. Apparently, if you get in trouble with the law, you can be sent to the planet to work in the vineyards on the planet. And it turns out that they're really big on interdicting smuggling, but the wine produced on this planet is actually treated as a controlled drug. And I did not spot that they had like stats for that it affects you, this affects your character this way, but that is something you very easily work up some details for in Star Frontiers. Most likely ability stat, bump. If you're drinking the wine, you've got these ability stat modifiers in play, or some sort of an effect. Very easy to incorporate into Star Frontiers. But the station, you've got the council, note on politics and economics, notes on aliens, And then you get these top down, but they're with like perspective. The walls angle out, so you've got a view of the walls. You've got these pages, which are sample areas within the space station. The scrolling back up, and these were kind of a schematic of the main station area. They were showing you different areas, and so by color, you've got administration, blue is commercial, orange circles are elevator tubes, the yellow is the main thoroughfare, and the dark gray here is military, and then green is residential. So they have all these sections of the station connected, and you can lay out the station. I would go with, my gut says this is a hull size 1 space station in Star Frontiers. So there's not many station deck plans out there that we've been using. I mean, we've got that little bit of the hull size 6 Clarion station provided for us in the Nighthawks box set, but this is pretty close to a complete space station that you could drop somewhere. Again, like I said, hull size 1, you might add to it and go hull size 2, up to you. But this is really a great looking product. And of course, the minute I saw it in PDF, and these are a little hard to deal with, these maps like this is scanned in PDF. There's a little bit of a cutoff on the edge because I think they didn't want to, flatten out the binding too much when they were scanning this. They're really nice looking maps. I love this little conference room here. This is great. This is great stuff. And again, adventure seeds. You've got adventure seeds, emergencies, day-to-day life is covered. There's some more maps for the station. And then we get into the next. I think this is the down on the planet's surface. And again, they've duplicated some of their scans again. And then, so you can actually visit. They've got information on the planet and the vineyards. And there was something in there about like you could be sent to the vineyards to work, like a work camp, hard labor. Picking grapes doesn't sound like hard labor to me, but still, there's a whole slice of setting here that has been developed for you. More of the station deck plans here. Actually, this might be surface building because of the way the bevel of the edge here, and full scenario written up here. And some character statistics. So this is where they're giving you the Star Wars statistics, and then the Traveler statistics. So you can, from that, begin to judge how you want to modify this for your Star Frontiers needs. So it's not officially Star Frontiers, but because it's Wizards of the Coast, we could say it's Star Frontiers. Distant cousin, maybe, or redheaded stepchild, something along those lines. Some metaphor, like distantly related cousin, or kissing cousin. I don't know, but there's some metaphor that will work good for this. That it's a cousin to Star Frontiers. So there you have it. Arcane Encounters. Also, reportedly, from this document, the Sintra Station originally saw the light of day in Arcane Role-Playing Magazine number 8. So there's 2 different avenues for you if you want to track this down. It looks like they just rounded up 3 of these major encounters that they had in their magazine and put it together as the cover of this says, special edition. So not only will you get a complete space station that you can use in Star Frontiers, but there's some other encounters in here. And I haven't even looked at this one here. This guy looks like a Nosferatu, and he's holding a rat. So you're probably talking some sort of vampire encounter, some major vampire encounter on level with Ravenloft. I have no doubt. But I was like blown away to find this, and the fact that it's Wizards of the Coast and it's a space station. It's a classic Star Frontier station. This is a cousin to Star Frontiers, which to me is cool. So this is Tom for Star Frontiers Gamer. I want to thank you for watching the video. I want to thank my subscribers. You guys are great. Check out Arcane Encounters. Get yourself a complete space station. And I will see you in the Frontier, or maybe even at Sintra Station.